Hey y'all. Hope y'all are doing okay. Right? Hope y'all are having an absolutely wonderful day. It is Thursday and it is time for another session of Plan with Me, right? Lesson plan with me, y'all. I'm having a rough time. However, I was able to get on live, which was not possible yesterday. So that's a whole nother issue. So I'm just gonna leave it at that, okay? Like I'm just gonna say everything's good, right? Like everything's cool, okay? So listen, let me change something real quick while y'all coming in. Say, hey, what's up? I am in my Zoom room, but I am looking via Facebook at comments. So please, 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 um, go ahead and make your comments or questions, all that good stuff. I'm gonna be sharing my screen in the meantime. Okay, think I got it. All right, so let me get to my phone. Let's see. Hey, Erica. Hey, Najma. Najma, I saw your picture yesterday. I think you were sitting on the couch with your babies reading, and I thought that was absolutely the most wonderful thing ever. It was so cute. Like, I miss those days. I miss those days. My kids don't do that anymore. Hey, Latavia. I still need help with lesson planning. That's okay. So here's the thing. So I'm doing this series right now and showing you some little stuff on how I plan, but there also will be more coming later on. So just look for that. Hey, Loretta, where you been, girl? Yes, we have Learn Math Fast books. Okay, cool. So, okay, if you didn't see on the code, on the screen, actually, if you use the code Shawn, you will get 10% off of your purchase. And again, this is affiliate link. I do have to tell you that so that you don't, go in there blindly. But basically, let me just tell you my story about Learn Math Fast before we even go down that route. Yes, I do get some contribution from when you purchase using that code Shawn. However, the way that I even got Learn Math Fast was somebody else, her name is Shelly, recommended it, went through the same thing that I'm doing right now, did the video, did all that good stuff, walked through it, and I purchased a book. And when I purchased the book, like I fell in love with it, y'all. Like I completely fell in love with the gosh darn book. If you know my story more than anything else, my biggest fear was that I sucked at math. Like math wasn't my thing, right? Like I just didn't get it. I don't know. And I was scared and concerned about teaching that to my kids. And so I was scared. That was my biggest fear as far as homeschooling, like how I was going to teach math. I had pretty much decided that I was going to outsource it and find somebody else to teach it to them because I couldn't. And so Shelly talked about this, y'all. I watched her videos when we were making the decision to homeschool. I watched them over and over. Every time she posted, every time she said something, anytime she said something about Learn Math Fast, I watched it, right, to see what was going on, and then ended up finally purchasing one book. And I purchased it with my birthday money, right, because I didn't want to purchase it out of the house and it didn't work. But there's information on that, so we'll go back to that anyway. But before I came an affiliate for the actual curriculum, y'all, I already fell in love with it, just to let you know. So let's get started. I'm not going to be before you long. Hey, Nakonda. Yes, get your money, boo, right? Okay, so we're talking about Learn Math Fast books. Okay, now, this is it's backwards, y'all. You know I can't see. Book 4. Okay, so this is book 4. I could not bring you book 1, 2, or 3 because my kids have torn them up and ripped them up. They no comment. How about that? No comment. And so they were not presentable to show you. Wouldn't been able to read them. They were all folded up, bent up, rolled up, all kind of stuff. Okay. But here is one of the best things about Learn Math Fast. This one set, right? There's, I believe, a total of 7 or 8 books. This one set, all 3 kids use that one set. Okay. So again, I have a 10-year-old, I have a 13-year-old, I have a 16-year-old. We have been homeschooling. I believe this is now going on our 4th year. We have used the same set of books the whole entire time. I have not purchased any other books. I have not looked into anything. Basically, the way it started was wherever my daughter was, I gave her the first book. Once she finished the book, then the boys started the book. Once the boys finished the book, it just kept going. And so whenever my daughter needs a new book, then I go buy a new book so that she can move to the next set. I think right now she's on 6, maybe. She might be on 5. I think maybe 5 or 6. I'm not quite sure off the top of my head. But when she's ready, I'll purchase a new book and we'll go there. But we use the same set of books for all 3 kids. That's the first thing, okay? Now, let's go there. Okay, so that's the first thing. Now, one of the things that I'm going to show you that I love, so that was one thing that I love, right? The second thing that I love is the way that the lessons are done, okay? Remember, I told you I suck at math, right? Like, that's my kryptonite. So the way that it goes is, in the thing, it teaches the lesson. So I'm going to try to hold it up for you to see, okay? So it has a whole thing, walks you step by step on how to do it, right? Literally step by step. If you look on this other page here, it is walking her step by step, right? From start to finish on how to do it, okay? Each lesson, it does that. After you teach the lesson, so even this one seems to be a longer lesson. So this is still the lesson, right? Bunch of reading, explaining what is going on, all the good stuff, okay? And then after all that is said and done, you do one with them and then you get the answers and all that good stuff. But after all of that is said and done, they give you worksheets, right? Now, on top of these worksheets that are in the book, that go along with the lesson that they've learned, there's also supplemental worksheets on the website. So say, for instance, your child is not getting this concept and you think they need a little bit more practice, you can go onto the website and print supplemental worksheets, okay? So that's another thing that's great. Now, the part that sold me, right? Remember, I told y'all I suck at math. The part that completely sold me is this. Let me tell you. Let me show you. Okay, the answers are in the back of the book. Now, that's normal for a math book, right? But not only are the answers in the back of the book, but let me find a good one, child. It has a long list of stuff going on. Hold on. Not only are the answers in the back of the book, but I'm trying to find a good one that has like it all worked out so you can see. This may not be a good book to do that in, to show the example. Hold on, y'all. So not only are the answers worked out, are not only in the back of the book, but they're actually worked out in the book. So hold on, let me get this page. Okay, y'all see that number 2 up there? Okay, find the length of the hypotenuse, right? And then if you go all the way over here, right, it's got the problem literally worked out step by step by step, okay? So from start to finish, it has each problem worked out. Look at this example as well, okay? Find the diagonal length of this rectangle, okay? And then it goes right here and it works out the thing from step by step. 18 is divisible by 3 and 24 is divisible by 4. That makes the right triangle 3 minus 4 minus 5 triangle, or 3 dash 4 dash 5 triangle. Each side is multiplied by 6. Do the math. Like, it literally tells you, okay, step by step how to do the math. This right here is what sold me on this curriculum. Not that they had the answers in the back of the book, but for every single gosh darn problem, no matter if it was a supplemental worksheet, no matter if it was a test, no matter if it was a quiz, whatever the case may be, every single question is worked out from start to finish. And this helped me because, especially as my daughter got into the more difficult math, pre-algebra and algebra, and I needed a refresher to come back to and look at it, I could go in, instead of actually reviewing the lesson, I could go to the problem and see exactly where she messed up. Okay, baby, this is what you need to fix. This is what's wrong. Let's go check this out. Let's go do this, okay? So that's what sold me, okay? Now, I'm going to go to the website so we can look through the website and I can give you some things that are also good besides that. But I just had to tell y'all my story, okay? Nakanda says, I appreciate you recommending this to us. My kids are thriving with this school year. See, Nakanda, okay, I'm gonna tell her story, I'm gonna tell her business real quick. So Nakanda was doing, I think she was doing teaching textbooks, and it was okay, but it wasn't necessarily working for her. And so I was telling her about Learn Math Fast. She went and got the Learn Math Fast books, and now they're working for her. Hey, Shana, is it Shana? Hey, Shana, it is Learn Math Fast books. Hey, Mary. Hey, Miss Mary, Sister Banks. How you doing? Thank you for watching. So this is the book, right? And it's all set of books. So now we're going to go to the website, okay? We're going to go to the website. Let's pray everything works, y'all. Are you praying? I don't need, let's see. Let's pray that everything works according to the way that it is supposed to work. Let's see. Okay, sharing my screen, right? Okay, so here is the Learn Math Fast website. Now, I'm going to be extremely honest with you. There's nothing like super grand about the, like if you're looking for pizzazz, if you're looking for something to jump out at you, like the website doesn't jump at you though, but the books are worth it. Okay, so let's go through here and I will tell you some great things that I love and enjoy about this. Okay, so another thing too is the free placement test. Okay, so say for instance, your kids, you decide next year we're going to try a new math curriculum. So we're going to try a new math curriculum. Let's try Learn Math Fast, right? The way that you try Learn Math Fast to see what book or where you need to start is you go to the free placement test. And so I'll pull that up for you. Okay. Oh, and you can do it online. Wow. I don't believe that it was online when I did it. Holy cow. Yep. It was not online when we first did this, but it is online now. So let's do that, okay? So let's get the downloaded version of it, okay? And here is the test, right? And then also here are the answers and the results if you need them. So we'll go here. So this is the placement test. And basically what I did for all three of my kids, I gave them this test. I said, just get started, get to work in 30 minutes, get as far as you can get. It's not, I know it says test, but it's not really like a test. I just need to see what you know and what you don't know. And so we did this for probably, it took them a minute. So we did it for probably 2 or 3 days, 30 minutes a day, only 30 minutes a day. And so they went through and they answered as many questions as they could answer. Okay. So that's all I asked them to do. Just do your best, answer as many as that you can answer. So we went all the way through the placement test. They stopped where they couldn't, answer anymore. Then I went down here. And here are the way that you figure it. Here's the way you figure it out. So again, the answers are worked out right here for you, okay? But then also, this is how you know where to place them. It says in red, did you answer all 5 of these problems correctly? If yes, then you have passed first grade math. If not, then you need volume 1 of the Learn Math Fast system, okay? So then it goes down here, all the way through here, works out the problem, okay? And if your child did it, did you answer all 10 of these problems correctly? If yes, then you have passed second grade math. If not, then you need volume 1 of the Learn Math Fast. So it's literally telling you where you need to place your child. Where do you need to go? What I ended up doing though, is I ended up starting my kids, all 3, over at book 1 because they were originally using Common Core math and I didn't like that. I didn't like, it was too much, right? Like it was just unnecessary. And so what I did was I basically started them all at version 1, volume 1, and had them learn the way the Learn Math Fast taught. Now, you don't have to do that, but that's what I chose to do. So that's another thing that I like about this curriculum, okay? Now, the next thing that I like, okay, is, let's see here. I'm trying to get to the free stuff. The stuff, here's some puzzles and all that good stuff that you can do. But what I was trying to get to is the supplementary worksheets. Here you go. So free supplementary worksheets. So say for instance as well, okay, the way that we do this book, since all 3 of my kids use the same book, I typically print off the worksheets like a lesson, print it, like click it by, or staple it by chapter. And they just work on it, do the lessons and work on it, 30 minutes a day. So that's typically how I do that. So I go onto the website and print it because I don't want my kids to write in the book. The original plan was for us to resell it, but of course that's not working. But the issue now is well, now the issue, I can't spit that out. The issue is that because I have 3 kids using the same set of books, I don't want my one child writing the actual answers in the book for the other 2 and they don't have to do the work. So we print off the worksheets or they get a spiral notebook and they do their work in a spiral notebook. So those are the worksheets. Now, if I wanted to do a free supplemental worksheet, so say for instance, my child is struggling in a specific area, you can go and download and print some more worksheets. Opposite angles, here's another one, okay? So it's got more worksheets with the answers worked out and all that good stuff for you to do just in case your child needs more help on that situation. So again, if you guys are just now joining me, we're talking about Learn Math Fast. And also if you use the code Shawn, you get 10% off of your book purchase, learnmathfastbooks.com. I know to have my child learning math fast, I want them to get it, but that's not even what it's about. So don't let the name freak you out, okay? So let's see what else it has. So I told you about the placement test. There's something else I wanted to tell you, and this is it right here. Okay, so say for instance, you're tired of buying curriculum, right? You're tired of buying curriculum, okay? You're sick of it, but you want to try this, okay? Well, here you go, 30-day money back guaranteed. You could try a book. So have the child take the placement test and then purchase the book that fits according to the placement test. Try it for 2 weeks, try it for 3 weeks. And if you don't like it, send it back, okay? And you get your money back. No issues, okay? Less the shipping, of course. But that's another feature of this thing that I like, because that was one of the reasons why I did it. I was like, okay, let me try this. And if I don't like it, I can always send it back. I know I'm not the only one, right? Like, I know I'm not the only one that does stuff like that. So I'm going to do that. Let's do a sample page of some of the younger kids' lessons. So maybe the earlier book volume lessons, okay? So let's see, a sample lesson of volume 1. Okay, so this is the sample lesson for volume 1, addition and subtraction. So this is an actual lesson that is in the book, okay? And it starts with pennies. My kids really like that for some reason, my younger ones. My youngest one really liked that one versus the other way that it's done in the book. So it literally goes through step by step through the lesson, okay? All right, so go step by step through the lesson, and then bam, you have your worksheet that you're supposed to do, okay? And then at the end, when they're done, whenever they're done with whatever they're done with, you can do a 30-second test to see if they get it. Now, again, the way that we do it, I don't necessarily tell my kids, okay, this is a test, but I want you just to do your best. I want you to try and make an honest effort to get this done as much as you can, as quick as possible, okay? I want you to do that. So we'll do that. And then here's another part of the lesson. Lesson 2, adding and subtracting numbers up to 6. So it just keeps moving, right? It's got a whole lesson on adding and subtracting. And then there's your worksheet there for that. Okay, and then there's your 30-second test if you want to do that. And it's up to you, okay? All right, and then lesson 3, adding and subtracting numbers of 7. So this is an actual lesson that is in the book. So, and this is what I use, guys. This is what I do. Now, the best part about this book more than anything else is I don't actually teach math, okay? I don't teach math, y'all. Like, I don't sit there in front of a board. I don't sit there with my lovely projector. I don't sit there and teach the actual lesson. I give them their book. They know to pick up where they left off. They are supposed to spend a total of 30 minutes working on their math lesson. If they're reading a lesson and they're not understanding it, if it's taking too long to get through the lesson, then they are supposed to ask questions, right? And I'm paying attention and trying to monitor. If they are taking too long to read the lesson, then that means that they may not be understanding, and I need to go ahead and like review and work with them one-on-one. Another thing too is they should not spend too much time on one problem. So say for instance, now I'll use my youngest son for an example. He was multiplying, I think he was multiplying decimals, but I thought he was doing like 5.1 times 6, like something like that. And it was taking him an extra long time to complete it. And so I asked him, hey son, like what's going on? Are you not understanding? Like what's happening? What is the issue? And he was like, no, this problem is longer than the other. And it was like, I don't know, y'all, I'm about to make up a number. It was like 78.9 times, or 378.9 times 54.8. So it was more steps to the problem. So as a younger kid, of course, that would take more time because he has to remember step by step what he's supposed to do. So literally, guys, when it comes to math, thank you, Father, for this blessing. I hand them their book. Y'all got your timer? You got any questions for me? You don't have any questions for me? Okay, cool. Get to work. Let me know if you got questions for me. They sit and do their own math work without me. Math is their independent work, y'all. Like, I know that sounds crazy. I know that sounds funny, but it's 100% like 100% true. I do not do math with them unless they have a question. If they have a question, then they're more than welcome to come to ask. If they don't understand, if they want to do more, they can do more. Like, they have complete control. That is complete independent work for them. Now, I have never, since we started using Learn Math Fast, I have never had to seek someone else's help. I have never had to go online and find a different way to teach it. I have never had to do any of that. It was literally, okay, what do you need help with? Let me help you. They sit here at my desk and I help them. Okay, you don't understand? Okay, let's try a different problem and let's see if we can do this problem. Okay, I think you got it. Why don't you sit right here and try it with me? And then if you need help, you can ask questions. So then they'll sit right here next to me and they'll try to work it out. And once they get it and they realize they have it, then they go sit down and do their own work. Believe it or not, math is their independent work. And that has been the biggest blessing that I could possibly have when it comes to all of this, okay? So I'm gonna look at the comments, guys. Let me know if you have any questions. Y'all, please do me a favor, share this out because there are a lot of people looking for new math curriculums, okay? Again, the website is learnmathfastbooks.com. And if you use the code Shawn, S-H-A-U-N, you get 10% off, okay? Let's see. You're welcome, Loretta. Hey, Shawn Tree. Shawn Tree says, I love these books. We'll be purchasing volumes 3 through 7. Yep. And the more you purchase, of course, the more of a discount it is. Y'all see something in my hair. The more you purchase at one time, of course, there's a bigger discount. And then on top of that, you get the discount if you use my code Shawn. But these books are amazing, guys. Like y'all, they're godsend. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like I said, math was not my thing. It didn't click to me. I'm a person that needs to know the why behind it. Like, don't just tell me what to do. You multiply by this and do that and you do this. Don't just give me the steps, but explain to me why I am doing those steps and it would make sense to me. And at the time, the math teacher that I had, who was he was an extremely intelligent man. I can't even remember his name, but math was fun to him, right? Like he got it. Following steps was cool. And he couldn't connect with me on that level. And so I didn't do very good in his class. But I ended up meeting getting with another teacher later on that was also my basketball coach. And for some reason, she made it fun for me and it all made sense because she could say to me, okay, Shawn, you are multiplying here because you're trying to get this number here. Or like solve for X, you are minusing the 3 here and putting it over here because you want X by itself. That made sense to me, but the other teacher couldn't make it make sense to me. And so that was an issue for me when we started homeschooling was what kind of math, like what are we about to do? Like what had happened? Like how is this going to work? I was prepared to spend whatever money I needed to spend to make sure my kids could understand math because I was not like, I wasn't going to get it. Like it just wasn't going to work. And then these came. Okay. So do me a favor, if nothing else, okay, do me a favor. Go on the website, learnmathfastbooks.com and look at the sample lessons and see if it's something that you're interested in. Try the placement test and see if your child is interested in it. See if they enjoy it. And it's not colorful. I'm gonna be very honest with you. It's literally a book, like a workbook. Like there's no color pages, there's none of that. And it looks like it's super boring, but it works, y'all. I'm not lying to you, it works. Let's see, Erica says, at what age should the books be started? Erica, it all depends on you. If you wanted to, you could start with first grade math. So you could start with maybe, first grader. However, what I would do with the first grader is print more supplemental worksheets for them instead of just doing a lesson at a time. So, and that's one of the things that I just learned right now, that as I'm getting higher up in the level with the kids in math, I know that my youngest son needs more than one lesson and one worksheet. Like I know that he needs that, because what happens is he reads the lesson, he understands the concept, he does the worksheet, but then he puts it out of his brain and he's done. And then when he moves on to the next one, it's like, okay, remember you did this, you remember? He's like, oh yeah, did I do it this way? Okay, I did it this way. So I'm learning that as he gets higher in his math, that instead of just doing a lesson and a worksheet, I need to do a lesson and a worksheet and a worksheet and a worksheet, like more than just that, okay? So it's up to you, Erica. You could try it and see. The very first few lessons are very basic. It's addition and subtraction. And you could make a whole 6 weeks out of addition and subtraction. You could do the whole thing if you wanted to. So I told you guys that I was not going to be before you long. If you have any more questions, please feel free to ask, because I'm going to jump off of here in a few minutes. But again, we are talking about the Learn Math Fast books. Just go check them out on the website, learnmathfastbooks.com. And if you decide to purchase, you get a 10% discount by using the code Shawn. And I'm trying to think of something else to do. If you are not ready yet, go try a sample lesson or try the placement test to see if that works for you. Let me look at these comments real quick. Hey, Danique, Volume 1 has filled in some of those foggy areas for my dog. Has it, Danique? Yeah, it's been good. Shawn Tree says, that's where I use the Brain Quest and core curriculum workbooks. Find something that match and tear it out. Yeah, there you go. So Shawn Tree is doing the same thing, right? So she is realizing that there may be some supplemental worksheets needed as well. So she's doing that as well. But you can do that on the website. You don't necessarily have to go to another workbook that teaches it the same way, but you could. But the workbook, the website provides those supplemental worksheets for you, okay? Hey, Herman, is that how you spell that? How old are your kids and what age did you start? Okay, Herman, my kids are 16, 13, and 10. And we have been homeschooling, I think we're on 4, going on 5 years. And this was the very first math curriculum that we used, and we have been using it ever since. Okay, so we're all using it. All of my kids are using it. And it was, y'all, I'm not, just being honest, y'all. Like I said, I struggled in math, and that was my biggest fear. And my high schooler was in some deep math when she came out of school. And I was just panicked. Yeah, y'all, I was like stressed about that. I was completely like I can't even tell y'all. Like I almost want to say hopeless, but it wasn't hopeless. It was like I was anxious and I was confused, and I was like this if out of all the things that I'm doing while I'm homeschooling, this is going to be the death of me. Like this is going to kill me, and in the process of it killing me, I'm going to fail my children. Math was my fear. Like that was my fear. And so this has been a lifesaver for me, just to be very honest with you. It's been a lifesaver. Hey, Thea D. Hey, Doc. So I am going to jump off of here, but once again, we are talking about the Learn Math Fast books, and you can get 10% off of your purchase with the code Shawn. I will be back with you again tomorrow at 12:15 p.m. Central Standard Time. And this time, I'm not sure what we're going to plan on. I don't know what we're going to plan with. We'll probably do ELA planning. I'll tell you how I do the ELA planning. I'll finish that. ELA is very different from us. It's kind of pieced together. So there's different things that we use for ELA. So I will use that information for you and show you how I piece all those together, okay? Together, okay? Y'all, does anybody else have any questions for me? As if not, I'm gonna jump off of here. I'll give you a second because I'm in Zoom and it takes it a minute to catch up. But guys, these books are amazing. Like, no joke. I'm not even, like, I'm being completely honest. This isn't even a, hey, buy this because I get paid when you buy it. It's more so of, listen, go get this because you need it for your sanity. Like, that's what it's more about for me. I needed it, guys. Like, it was, I can't tell you. I cannot tell. This was what bothered me. This is the piece that I was scared about. This is the piece that I thought that I was going to fail my kids in. Like, honestly, out of all the things concerning homeschooling, I felt confident about a lot of it. And of course, there's still fears, right? But I felt confident about a lot of it. But math was one of the ones where I was like, I am not going to make it. I have to get somebody else in here to teach them math because this is not going to work. Like, I can't do it. I cannot. Like, that's how I felt about math. I can't. It's not going to happen. It's not going to work. So does anybody else have any questions for me? Because if not, I'm going to jump off. But catch me again tomorrow at 12:15 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we will be planning our English language arts, okay? All right. Y'all have an absolutely wonderful afternoon, and I'll see y'all again around 12:15. Bye, guys.